Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing the video where I use the new digital stamp from Rachelle Anne Miller called Christmas Merry. I just adore the latest release, this July release from Rachelle Anne Miller. There are several Christmas related digital stamps in it, Christmas in July, and she combined several cute images with just those specific words that we use all the time on our Christmas cards in a lovely script. So I really love all of them. I want to create cards with all of them, but that will be for in the future. So hopefully I can share one card at least with each one of them before the end of the year. But truly, if you haven't seen all of the digital stamps that she released, definitely check out Instagram, Facebook groups to get inspired and to just fall in love with them as I did. Now for my card today, I'm creating a mini slimline card, and I actually wanted to do a Christmas rainbow on the Merry, and then of course I didn't think ahead of time, so I started coloring with red, orange, yellow, green, and then I realized that I needed another color, and I wasn't sure about that. So you will see that I am going to color all of the letters except for the Y, because I just didn't know what to do with it. So that's how this card came together. As always, I don't think ahead, except for the size that I need this to be to fit on a certain size of card. So I made sure to measure my mini slimline cards that I create, and then draw just that big size of a mini slimline on a Word document, and then I fitted this image in it so that I could later on have the perfect size on my card. So red, orange, green, red, orange, yellow, green, I want to say, is what I'm doing here. I have some issues with my yellow markers. I already said it, I think, in another video, but I have some that are ruined, and they are a bit limiting my ability to blend. I need to figure out whether I need to just replace the nib or just buy a complete new marker, or for other ones the refills and such. So yellow is being a bit difficult or doing a bit difficult for me. So here onto the green, the combination that I took originally with the area that I had to blend with it just wasn't working. The lightest color was just too light, so I took another yellow-green marker to help me with that. But actually this card is going to be really simple. I'm making a shaker card. I know, another shaker. I don't make them often, and all of a sudden I have 2 videos with shakers for you. But truly it's really cool to make, so if you love shakers, I completely get it, but you also need to think ahead a little bit, so maybe that's why I don't do that often. I have no clue. But I decided to create a shaker because I have this white background that I will keep. You can color the background behind this. You can die cut, well, not die cut, but you can cut this out and then have this lovely white border. You can do so many things. You can mask and you can ink blend behind. But I wanted to keep it white. With a snowman, I always find that that is an option, because then you have like the snow white behind. And so I went for like a see-through shiny sequins, and it will still show as white, but you can also see the sequins as kind of snow that can be falling and going here and there. So I thought it was a lovely idea to create a shaker with it, and I'm going to frame this whole image and the word with a die from Crafty Meraki. And with the frame I was like, why wouldn't I create a shaker? You don't need to. You can perfectly use a frame without creating a shaker, but the shakers are possible with a frame. So that's what I did. So as you can see here, coloring kind of simple. I'm reusing yellow combination from the R on the accessory from the squirrel. I'm going to color the squirrels exactly the same, and here the head is also the same red as the M, just to have everything matching. There is a colorful rainbow going on, and I'm going to add a teal blue as well. So there is tons of color going on the word. So I really wanted to kind of reuse combinations wherever I could to just keep it kind of simple as well. So the squirrels will have the same combination. As I said, So we are almost done, and I think after the squirrels I only figured out that I was going to do teal to add some color here on the R, just because that one marker isn't really working. I decided to add a bit of yellow red to just darken a bit of the shadowing and have a bit more contrast. But you don't need to. You don't need to. You do you. So my colorless blender here, I will use it again later on. It's truly my favorite marker of my whole stash. And I know that if you want to use it alone, you will not see a difference because it's a colorless marker, but it truly helps me all the time. I need it always. I'm not the perfect colorer that doesn't need to correct herself. And I'm not afraid to make mistakes because I have this marker. It truly pushes back the colors that go maybe outside the lines or in a region that you don't want it to be. And it's just a big help. So if you have any alcohol markers and you want to color with them and you find them hard, definitely check whether you have the colorless blender, because that one can help you so much, truly so much. And I've been making cards now, I have no clue how long. It was already university, so is it 5 years? It's already 6, I have no clue. But that colorless blender has been with me from the start, and I cannot live without it. It was also the first marker where I needed a refill because I just needed it tons of times, and I still do. So get yourself a colorless blender if you don't have it yet. For any of the alcohol markers that are out there, I suppose that there are colorless blender kind of markers. Get them. It will be a lifesaver, truly. So here, as I said, same colors, really simple. They are so adorable. Truly, these girls, they are just the cutest, and I love the one that is like jumping from the Y to the R. It ties everything together. I really love it. It's the tiny details that Rachelle Anne Miller adds that create these gorgeous, cute, adorable digitals, and even clear stems, because there are some clear stems I think and my favorite things, and I don't know if there is another brand, but you know, I love this. So here I went for the teal combination that you already know me using. I use it all the time. It's one of my go-to teal combinations. It's the BG 49, 23 and 11. So there you have it. Just making sure that I like the blend. I will be fixing some things, I think, even more with my colorless blender, and then we will move on and create that card specifically. So Christmas in July, let's talk about that. It has been, I don't know who really started this, but I really love it. Last year I did Get Cracking on Christmas every month, and then this year, as you know, I was kind of on kind of a pause. I have really, where are my Christmas cards? Normally the intention is always to start ahead of time, and then all of a sudden they're like, we are at month 7 already. I mean, so I'm happy with the new digital stamps here released for Christmas. That will get me going. Also the Christmas in July, I hope to get inspired by so many people that are creating right now for this month specifically, to get ahead as well. Are you creating Christmas cards this month? Or is it still too early? I know that tons of you think it's too early, and I completely get that idea. But truly, I'm always lacking. So if you're lacking cards and you haven't made any yet, maybe you can use the Christmas in July kind of movement or idea here to help you get cracking on them and just have fun with it. I must admit that it's a bit bizarre here in Belgium. It's currently really hot. The temperatures are through the roof, and normally people are happy, but I'm like one of those people that cannot handle the heat. So when it's 27 degrees, I am dying. It's too hot. For me, really, truly 23 degrees, it's more than enough, and I'm talking about Celsius, um, in case you live somewhere else and have other ways of talking about temperatures. But I like it in between 19 and 23. So currently it's too hot here. Also, I went on my honeymoon with my husband in June, end of June. And we went to Sweden. We went to Stockholm. It was amazing. It is beautiful over there. We walked like at least 20 kilometers a day. So I was tired at the end. It was really lovely there. I was so happy to go there. But we decided also to go to the north of the planet or the countries over there, because I cannot stand the heat. And we arrived there and we had 6 days of 27 degrees and then one of 23, and I must admit that I was suffering, but it was gorgeous over there. We went with the boat to another island as well, and so it was refreshing at the same time. But truly the intention was to go there to have like 23 degrees or something like that max, but it was hotter, and I had to change clothes every day, so there was tons of laundry to do when I got home, but really it's gorgeous over there. So if you're doubting about it, definitely check it out, go there, have fun, make the trip, because it's a beautiful, beautiful country. And we only did Stockholm and all the things surrounding it. So I think if you want even more nature, and there was already tons of nature in Stockholm, but if you want to have like the rough natured things, I think it's useful to go a bit further than Stockholm itself. But we went 7 days and we still have not seen it all. So just saying. So it's really fun and weird at the same time to be coloring snowmen, I must admit. But yeah, refreshing, not really, but it is fun and crazy. So here, before adding my shakers all together, make sure to just use your anti-static powder tool or anything like that for the edges of your foam tape, so that your sequins will not get stuck too much. The sequins that I'm using are from Darice. They are the crystals, the 5 and 8 millimeters. And yeah, here is my shaker. I love it. The frame also is a frame-worthy mini Slimline from Crafty Meraki. It's a fantastic basic. I love it. And that's how this card came together. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry again for being a bit later with the video. I will try to get again ahead with that, but give me some time. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you got inspired, and I cannot wait to see all of your creations as well. Bye!